There's a lot of discussion and a lot of confusion right now on this Sony PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4 DRM situation. And while I know people are talking about PS4, there's certainly a lot of concern, I'd say, generated more towards the PlayStation 5. But people are still kind of unsure as to what is happening right now with this and if it's actually a thing. So I figured, you know what, while people are testing it, we can run our own test here right now. And there are a few other things I wanted to check along with this. And fortunately, with the PS5 Pro, it's pretty easy to get the CMOS battery. So this will make this a fairly quick process, but take a look at that here today. So if you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. So let's start here. This is a PlayStation 5 Pro dashboard, and I am currently connected to the internet. Now, I've disconnected any kind of wireless connections just to make sure. So when I pull the Ethernet cable, it will just completely disconnect when we're ready to do that. But what we're seeing currently are that any new purchases being made as of now have this 30-day check-in period. It is invisible on the PlayStation 5, but you can see it in the information on the PlayStation 4 for each game. So what I wanted to do was check out a couple of recently purchased games, a digital game that I've had for a bit, which we can fire up, I guess, Crimson Desert. That should be fine. And then I also have a disc-based game just to make sure, because I saw some people bring that up, the question of, hold on a minute, is this the C-bomb situation again? Did Sony do something and it kind of messed up something in the back end for the PlayStation network, and also disc-based games are affected? We can quickly figure that out with Pragmata actually in the system right now. So let's take a look at the games that I have picked up. I grabbed Saint Slayer. This is just an hour ago or so. And then I also picked up Vampire Crawlers. So both fairly cheap games. I am actually pretty interested in Saint Slayer. I've been keeping an eye on that. Should be a lot of fun. As I said, NES-style 2D action game. Looks very similar to Castlevania, although I don't think they can say what you see with the PlayStation 4, and I can move myself there for a second. Everything there looks fine, right? I also want to show that, just be thorough, when offline here currently, if I go over, I can still launch Saint Slayer again, because I fit into that 30-day window at this point. So everything looks good there. We do now need to break the licensing and kind of simulate being out of that 30-day window. In order to do that, we got to pull the CMOS battery. As I mentioned, they made this pretty easy, so I can kind of like show and tell style this thing with our little CMOS battery door. And with one Phillips head screw, the battery comes right up, and that should now have reset our licenses. So now I just need to turn the system on, leave it disconnected from the internet, and we'll see if we can load up any of those newer games. All right, back to the dashboard. The time you can see is all messed up. It's supposed to be just after 4 p.m. Eastern, and it thinks it's 7 o'clock. Yeah, you can see it's defaulted back to 2011, 12/31/2011, 7:01 p.m., which if I did connect to the internet, it would fix the date, the time, any of that. But with that in mind, let's see what happens here when we try to fire up Saint Slayer. And there you go. Can't use this content. Can't connect to the server. To verify your license, wait a while and then try again. Okay, so Saint Slayer does not work. Vampire Crawlers, same deal. Can't use this content. Can't connect to the server to verify your license. Okay, wait a while and try again. With that in mind, Crimson Desert, again, picked that up when it, like, once it came out, more than a month ago now. And we picked that guy. Yeah, looks like that one fires up no problem. Digital game. The whole idea is that this. Yeah, looks like that one a month ago now. And we picked that guy. Again, picked that up when it, like, once it came out, more than a month ago now. And we picked that guy. Yeah, looks like that one fires up no problem. Digital game. The whole idea is that this situation that's going on right now with the license check is not being retroactively applied. So any of your current digital games should not have this issue popping up. We can see offline, CMOS reset, the whole thing. The license is not broken for Crimson Desert. Okay, so let's go back, and I would like to check if I could. Would like to check Pragmata, although I do have a little lock symbol on that guy. I do want to check Pragmata real quick to make sure. That one seems to load up fine as well. So as far as I can see right this second, those new games are affected, but any of the ones I've had already purchased, or a physical game, even one more recent like Pragmata, is not affected. But there is something I wanted to try, as this was also brought up. I want to see what happens if I go in and I fix the time manually. All right, because in some cases, licenses, especially if maybe they did something here, would still maybe need to see that it is like current year, or at least somewhat within proximity of, okay, yeah, it's around the time that this game released. Well, I should be able to get, somewhat close, maybe not exact in terms of timing, but I should be able to get, let's see, we're 4. Okay. So I have now fixed the date manually. You can see everything looks good there. So let's go back and we'll try to fire up, let's see, Saint Slayer. Still same thing. Okay. Need to verify the license. Okay. So let's go to the same thing there. Yep. And then even though I see that lock symbol, by the way, on Crimson Desert, that is, that's also still loading up. So this is kind of the situation that we're seeing right now, is that it at least from what I'm gathering right now with this test, yeah, there is some kind of check-in period, and I guess 30 days is being brought up, but there is certainly something happening here with digital purchases made a la carte that you would have on your account that you